Hey, what's up everyone? If you're watching this right now, chances are you're searching for something more, something better. Maybe you feel stuck, drained, or like you're living half a life. Today, I want to share a story that's raw, real, and might just change your life. This is the story of Jack, a guy who fell into one of the darkest traps on the internet but found a way out. And if he can do it, so can you. This isn't about shaming anyone, it's about showing you the truth that the world doesn't want you to see. So, if you're ready to wake up, grab a seat and let's get into it. Jack's story starts in 2016. He was just a kid, living an average life. One day, while walking past his stepsister's room, she called him in. Excited about something she'd just discovered. Curious, Jack stepped in. He didn't know it then, but that moment would change everything. What she showed him was shocking. His heart raced, and his mind struggled to understand what he was seeing. It was his first exposure to inappropriate online content. He was confused and uncomfortable, but that single moment planted a seed, a dark curiosity. The word stuck in his mind: porn. For about a year, he didn't think much of it. Life went on as usual, but then, one day, while playing on the family iPod, a pop-up appeared. Something he recognized, and this time, curiosity won. He clicked. That one click turned into hours of scrolling. He wasn't just watching, he was learning how to numb himself, how to escape reality, and how to fill the emptiness inside. At first, it was just twice a week for a few minutes, but as with any habit, it grew. Jack was 12 when he got his first crush, a girl who was bright, lively, and everything he wanted. For a while, she was enough to keep him away from those dark habits. But when they broke up, the loneliness hit harder than ever. During the summer of 2018, staying at his grandparents' house, Jack found himself alone, bored, and desperate for a distraction. The urge returned, stronger this time. What started as curiosity had turned into a crutch, something to numb the loneliness and pain. That night, he stayed up for hours, scrolling, watching, falling deeper. But this time, he discovered something new. Something that felt even better, and that was the moment it all spiraled out of control. What used to be twice a week became an everyday thing, then multiple times a day. It was a routine, a cycle, and that's how this trap works. It hooks you with curiosity, chains you with routine, and drowns you in guilt. But by the time you realize it, the chains are already tight. The more Jack watched, the more his life started to fall apart. He lost interest in basketball, in hanging out with his friends, even in simple things like going for a walk. His grades started slipping, not because he was dumb, but because his mind was always somewhere else, foggy and unfocused. In class, he stopped raising his hand. The fear of being noticed, of being exposed, kept him quiet. His anxiety spiked, heart racing, palms sweating, anytime someone even looked at him. His confidence was gone, and all he felt was shame. Even worse, his view of relationships started to warp. Real conversations became awkward, eye contact felt impossible, and every interaction was tainted by that darkness in his mind. What used to be innocent crushes turned into shallow desires. This is what they don't tell you, that this kind of content rewires your brain, turns you into a shadow of who you could be. It robs you of real connection, real ambition, and real confidence. It took years for Jack to realize the damage. He tried to quit dozens of times, promised himself that each time was the last time, but the temptations kept coming back, stronger every time he fell. He reached a breaking point when he hit rock bottom, watching multiple times a day, every day, even in public places. He was exhausted, drained, and ashamed, and that's when he knew something had to change. He started researching, trying to understand what was happening to him. That's when he discovered something called nofap, a movement that challenged everything he believed was normal. The promise of more energy, better focus, and a clearer mind was all he needed to hear. The first few days were torture, shaking hands, sleepless nights, and a mind that wouldn't shut up. But he pushed through, day by day, temptation by temptation. Every day was a battle, but every day was also a victory. Weeks turned into months. The fog started to lift. Jack's energy came back, and so did his confidence. He could finally look people in the eye, hold a conversation, and laugh without faking it. His grades improved, and so did his basketball game. The biggest change? His mind was free to dream, to plan, and to live. He wasn't a slave to those habits anymore. He was in control, and with that control came power, the power to build the life he wanted. But it wasn't just about quitting, it was about replacing the darkness with light, new habits, new goals, new dreams, fitness, reading, sports, anything to fill the void. This story isn't just about Jack, it's about you. If you're stuck in that same cycle, telling yourself you'll quit tomorrow but never do, listen to this. You are stronger than your temptations. You are more than your mistakes. It won't be easy. The path is rough and the nights will be long, but every day you fight is a day closer to freedom. And that freedom, it's worth every battle. So if you're ready to reclaim your life, your energy, your dreams, your future, start today. No more excuses, no more waiting for the right time. The right time is now. Remember, you're not alone. Jack made it out, and so can you. Subscribe for more stories like this, and let's keep fighting together. Stay strong, stay real, and remember, your story isn't over, it's just beginning.